Have you ever stepped into a person's house and immediately wished you hadn't? Perhaps the vibe felt oppressive, the dialogue sapped your vitality, or you departed feeling more down than when you entered. As we age, our moments in mental calm grow more valuable. That's why, no matter how open your schedule is, you should be selective about whose residences you enter. In today's clip, I'll unveil 9 individuals you should avoid visiting, as lingering in unsuitable spaces can rob your joy, deplete your vigor, and even harm your wellness. Believe me, number 7 is something most elders miss, so stick around until the finish. You won't want to skip it. Before we dive in, I'd be grateful if you'd give this video a thumbs up. It helps me keep sharing wisdom for later years. If you're not yet subscribed, I suggest you hit subscribe and activate the notification bell so you can catch all my videos. If you enjoy this content, please comment with 1. If it's not your cup of tea, comment 0 to help me craft better videos for you. Now, let's jump in. Number 1. The perpetual grumbler. The perpetual grumbler always pinpoints something bleak to dwell on, regardless of the situation, be it their wellness, the government's condition, disputes with neighbors, or even troubles within their kin. They seldom pass up a chance to air their discontent. Chats with them are often brimming with a ceaseless flow of gripes and gloom. It's as though nothing in their world is ever satisfactory, and they hardly, if ever, show gratitude or delight for the positive things around them. Instead, they seem to hone in on the grimmest aspects of any scenario and magnify them. Spending time in their home can feel mentally taxing, like an unseen burden weighing on you. You might enter feeling cheerful and serene, but after an hour or more absorbing their woes, you leave carrying a sense of burden, feeling exhausted, annoyed, and sometimes even a bit blue after a visit. What was meant to be a pleasant stopover often morphs into an emotional sinkhole, as each talk turns into a rant session centered on all that's amiss. The subjects span from minor irritations to broader societal woes, but they all carry the same undertone of despair and displeasure. The toughest part of handling a perpetual grumbler is that they often don't grasp the effect of their pessimism. They may see their grumbling as benign, or just a way to deal with their vexations, but their words can be profoundly infectious. Over time, their dear outlook can gradually erode your sense of fulfillment, shifting your perspective from hope to skepticism and irritation. You might find yourself griping more, feeling more uneasy, or struggling to spot the upsides in your own life. As we age, our time and stamina become far more cherished. We often have less of both to give, and we realize that the mental cost of negativity isn't worth the effort. At this point in life, it's even more vital to surround ourselves with folks who elevate us and bring joy, calm, and optimism into our lives. If someone keeps pulling you into a vortex of gloom, it may be time to draw lines with them. Cutting back on time with a perpetual grumbler, or, in some cases, halting visits entirely can be a crucial step in safeguarding your mental health. Spending more time with people who motivate, uplift, and make you smile will nurture your contentment and emotional wellness. Surround yourself with those who radiate warmth, not those who sap it in a flood of complaints and sorrow. Remember, the effects of spending time with a perpetual grumbler can be more harmful than you realize. Number 2. The rumor monger. Certain folks are naturally pulled toward chatting about others' private lives, often with little thought for the consequences their words may wield. These people seem to revel in rumors, aiming to probe every facet of someone else's affairs. Whether it's the latest uproar around a neighbor's relationship, a pal's money troubles, or a colleague's slip-ups, they're always eager to spill the juiciest details. You might find yourself drawn into these talks when you visit them, sometimes without noticing how deep they'll go. At first, the discussions may seem harmless enough, maybe touching on light hearsay or events in the community, but it doesn't take long for things to veer into critical, unkind territory. You could end up entangled in gossip about someone else's missteps, errors, or supposed flaws. What starts as a casual chat can spiral into a harmful setting filled with criticism, envy, and bitterness. The real issue with mingling with rumors goes beyond the talks they spark. Often they may shift their focus to gossiping about you once you leave. It might be as mild as a comment on your attire or a jab at your decisions, but it can grow into something more hurtful. They might spread inflated or even false tales about you, and before you know it, you could be the subject of rumors you weren't even aware of. Linking up with rumor mongers can gravely tarnish your standing. People who indulge in such habits are rarely viewed as reliable or trustworthy. Others may start to doubt your integrity, wondering if you're caught in the same toxic gossip loop. Moreover, constantly being around those who peddle negativity and drama can wear you down emotionally. Hearing endless criticism and conjecture can shift your mindset, making you more jaded, wary, or critical. Even if you don't join in the gossip, being near those who do can pull you into their storm of negativity. Over time, the toll of such ties can become draining, affecting your view of life and your bonds with others. To dodge the harmful fallout of this, it's wise to distance yourself from those who habitually spread rumors. Instead, surround yourself with folks who focus on positive, uplifting talks that foster growth, kindness, and mutual esteem. If you find yourself in a chat where gossip starts to surface, it's useful to redirect the topic, You can guide the focus to something more productive, or step away from the discussion altogether. Remember, associating with rumor mongers does more than stir up needless drama. It can also harm your peace, reputation, and emotional health. As the adage goes, great minds explore ideas. Average minds discuss happenings, and small minds dwell on people. Choose to surround yourself with those who challenge and inspire you, not those who drag you down with ceaseless chatter about others. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment one below to let me know you're still tuned in with me. Thank you for your precious time. Number 3. The self-centered booster. This person has a talent for turning every chat into a self-focused soliloquy. They endlessly brag about their kids' latest triumphs, perhaps their lucrative careers, esteemed degrees, or recent advancements, as if these victories reflect their own. They eagerly recount their latest lavish buys, be it a new, upscale vehicle, designer outfits, or cutting-edge devices. It doesn't end there. They'll go on about their recent trips to far-flung destinations, flaunting photos and detailing every opulent moment, never asking about your life, passions, or wellness. In these lopsided exchanges, you often feel unseen. No matter how much you try to nudge the conversation toward balance, they have an uncanny knack for steering it back to themselves. Your achievements, joys, or struggles seem trivial compared to theirs. This relentless pattern of self-absorption can leave you feeling small, ignored, and emotionally sapped after every meeting. Friendships and social ties are meant to be mutual, where both sides feel valued, heard, and supported. When the dynamic becomes one-sided, with one person dominating the talk and the other merely listening to a constant stream of self-praise, it can feel more like a transaction than a true bond. Genuine connection is built on mutual respect, empathy, and real interest in each other's lives. If you consistently leave these meets feeling hollow and unvalued, it's a clear signal that the dynamic needs to shift. It might be time to weigh whether this person truly merits a place in your life, or if your energy could be better spent fostering more balanced and rewarding ties. Number 4. The host, who seeks only favors. Some folks seem warm and welcoming, but their kindness fades quickly. When they want something from you, at first, their gestures feel sincere, but their hospitality comes with hidden strings. When you enter their home, it's not just about catching up or enjoying each other's company. Instead, it becomes a chance for them to drop hints or outright ask for favors. Whether it's watching their grandkids, running chores for them, or even loaning them cash, the pattern is clear. They expect you to step up and help, often with little regard for your own time or needs. While lending a hand to others is undoubtedly a kind and meaningful act, there's a thin line between being helpful and being exploited. When you're constantly asked to pitch in, it can start to feel like your only worth to them lies in what you can provide. As you grow older, your energy and time may be more limited. Tasks that once felt doable can drain your reserves, leaving you tired, undervalued, and resentful. This is why it's key to be mindful about who you let into your life and how much you allow them to take. Your generosity and readiness to help should never be abused. Protecting your energy is vital. Part of that is learning to say no when needed. If you keep agreeing to requests to avoid conflict or because you feel obliged, you might be letting someone take advantage of your goodwill. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial. Knowing when to assist and when to preserve your time for yourself. The relationships you nurture as you age should be mutual, built on respect and care. You should never feel like you're merely a source of favors. True friendships are about support, shared moments, and respect, not one-sided demands. When you leave someone's home after a visit, ask yourself how you feel. Do you feel uplifted, valued, and appreciated for who you are, or are you used and taken for granted? It's time to prioritize your wellness and surround yourself with people who genuinely care for you, not just your willingness to do things for them. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know you're still watching with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 5. The emotionally taxing pal. This type of pal can be one of the most draining relationships to sustain, as they seem to be forever caught in a crisis, and their emotional load often feels like it's piling up on you. You might be swept into their emotional whirlwind whenever you meet or talk with them. They have a knack for making the entire exchange about their struggles, personal woes, family drama, health issues, or job-related stress. It can feel like every chat becomes an emotional unloading zone where they offload their burdens onto you. In most healthy friendships, there's a sense of mutual support and a true exchange of how each person is faring. However, this dynamic often feels very one-sided with the emotionally taxing pal. They rarely show curiosity about your life or ask how you're holding up. Even when they do ask, their inquiry feels brief, and before you know it, they're back to venting about their latest issue or lamenting their current struggles. This constant focus on their problems can leave you feeling like your life, emotions, and experiences are sidelined. While it's natural to want to support a friend through tough times, there's a fine line between being empathetic and losing yourself in their emotional chaos. It can quickly become overwhelming if you're always expected to bear the weight of your emotional baggage without real reciprocity or gratitude. You might feel emotionally depleted after each encounter, as though you've given a piece of yourself, without receiving the same level of care in return. Over time, this can lead to resentment or exhaustion, making it harder to enjoy the friendship. It's important to remember that friendships should offer balance and mutual support. If your pal's emotional needs are constantly taking priority, it's vital to set boundaries and be mindful of your mental health. Supporting someone should never come at the expense of your own joy and emotional wellness. You don't have to cut them off, but stepping back and reassessing the relationship is okay. Gently remind your pal of the need for a more balanced care exchange. If their emotional load becomes too heavy to carry, distancing yourself for a while can allow you to recharge and protect your mental health. Ultimately, it's essential to recognize when a relationship is taking too much from you, and understand that it's okay to prioritize your own emotional needs. True friendships are built on mutual respect, empathy, and care, and ensuring your needs are met as much as you give is crucial. Number 6. The kin who never values you. Something especially painful about kin who only reach out when they need something from you, but never try to show they cherish or value you otherwise. These relatives might only seek your company when it suits them, and when you do visit, often take your time and effort for granted. There's rarely any recognition of how much energy you've put into sustaining the bond, and little to no effort to make you feel at ease, welcomed, or respected during your interactions. What's worse is when their actions cross into disrespect. They may make you feel insignificant, downplay your experiences, or even dismiss your feelings and needs entirely. Sometimes, they might expect you to drop everything to cater to their wishes without acknowledging what costs them emotionally, physically, or financially. Over time, this one-sided bond can lead to resentment, frustration, and pain. While family is meant to be a source of support, love, and mutual respect, it's important to realize that not all kin can offer these things. You should never feel obligated to visit, help, or be around those who consistently show a lack of gratitude or respect. Your time and energy are precious, and they deserve to be invested in relationships where your presence is treasured. Life is too short to keep giving to people who endlessly take without offering anything meaningful in return. Choose to spend time with those who recognize your worth, express thanks for your efforts, and nurture bonds rooted in mutual care and respect. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, please comment 3 below too. Let me know you're still tuned in with me. Thank you for your precious time. Number 7. The person who dredges up old disputes as we age. One of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves is the peace of mind to leave old disputes where they belong behind us. Yet some folks in our lives are unable or unwilling to release past grievances, and it can feel like you're stuck in an endless loop of unresolved hurt and turmoil. These people seem to carry the burden of yesteryears with them everywhere, and every chat with them feels like a bitter reminder of old quarrels, past errors, or family rifts, long gone. No matter how much time has passed or how hard you've worked to heal, they keep resurfacing those same old wounds, rehashing details of bygone disagreements, and stirring up all the negativity tied to them. It doesn't matter if you've apologized or tried to mend things, these individuals seem to relish keeping the conflict alive, unwilling to let either of you move on. This ongoing cycle of negativity can be emotionally draining. You might feel guilty, defensive, or upset whenever you're around them, even though those feelings are rooted in the past. It's exhausting to justify yourself or revisit things that no longer matter repeatedly. What's worse is that no matter how much you try to steer the conversation to the present or future, they always drag it back to that same painful chapter. In your shared history, the more time you spend with them, the more you may feel trapped in a never-ending spiral of gloom, where escaping the grip of those unresolved issues feels impossible. This emotional weight can be emotional health, leaving you feeling drained, anxious, or resentful. The truth is, you deserve better. You've earned the right to live a life where peace and joy are your focus, and surrounding yourself with people who won't let you move past old conflicts stands in the way of that. As you enter your later years, it becomes increasingly vital to prioritize relationships that nurture your wellness, not ones that pull you back into painful memories or unresolved issues. If someone is constantly dredging up the past, it may be time to step back from that bond or set clear boundaries. Surrounding yourself with folks who value your growth and are more interested in supporting your present and future than reliving past missteps is crucial. Life is too short to spend with people who keep reminding you of your former flaws and faults. The older we get, the more we should focus on living in a way that reflects our values, peace, and joy, not on dragging old wounds into the light. In your later years, you deserve to be around people who uplift you, help you move forward, and support your journey to be your best self. These folks should focus on the present, creating new memories, embracing the beauty of life as it is now, and savoring each day with the wisdom gained from good and tough times. If someone is always stuck in the past, it can hinder you from fully enjoying the present and may even limit your healing potential. Don't let yourself be trapped in those old tales. It's okay to distance yourself from those who can't offer you the emotional freedom to live fully in the here and now. You've earned the right to embrace your future, and the people you spend time with should help you do that. Number 8. The haphazard and negligent host. Visiting someone's home should be a pleasant experience where you feel welcomed, at ease, and secure. However, not all hosts take the necessary care to ensure their space fosters a comfortable visit. A host who is haphazard or negligent about maintaining their home can create an environment that's not only uneasy but also potentially hazardous, especially for older adults. For instance, a cluttered or disorganized house can pose real risks. Items strewn across floors, tight walkways, or stacks of unneeded belongings can easily cause trips, slips, and falls, which are particularly worrisome. As we age, beyond clutter, if the host neglects to keep their home clean, hidden threats like mold, dust, or even pests such as rodents or bugs could be hidden. These can trigger allergies or worsen breathing issues, posing a health risk for you as a guest. Another factor to consider is the presence of pets that may not be well trained or properly managed. An overly excitable or aggressive animal could unintentionally cause injury or unease if not handled correctly. Whether it's a large dog leaping on you or an erratic cat darting about, these scenarios can make you feel unsafe in the host's home. Beyond physical risks, there's also the emotional and mental toll of visiting a chaotic or unstable setting. A host who often engages in heated disputes, shows erratic behavior, or fosters a tense atmosphere, leaving you feeling drained and uneasy. Constant friction or disruptive interactions might spark anxiety, making your visit feel more like a chore than a joyful occasion. Such environments can be emotionally exhausting, especially when relaxing and enjoying others' company. Ultimately, your wellness should always come first. If a host's home is too chaotic, unsafe, or emotionally unsettling, it's important to recognize that setting boundaries is okay. You don't need to feel compelled to attend gatherings in a space that leaves you stressed, anxious, or at risk. Protecting your mental, emotional, and physical health should always take priority over any social obligation. Don't hesitate to politely decline invitations or limit your time in such settings for peace and safety. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know you're still tuned in with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 9. The one who leaves you feeling isolated at first. This might seem strange. How can someone you visit make you feel even more alone? But in truth, there are situations where spending time with someone can leave you feeling more isolated than ever. If you visit someone only to find they ignore you, barely acknowledge your presence, or spend most of the time distracted by their phone or other activities, it can create an emotional gap that's almost more painful than being physically alone. This kind of neglect, whether intentional or not, can make you feel as though you're invisible, as if your company doesn't matter to the person you've come to see. Sometimes, it's not just about how little attention they give you, but how little they seem to care about connecting with you. If they appear uninterested in your stories, brush off your feelings, or make you feel like your presence is a bother, it can leave you doubting your worth. These subtle signs of emotional disregard can have a lasting impact, especially as we age and crave meaningful, positive connections. As you grow older, safeguarding your emotional wellness becomes even more vital. Time is precious, and you deserve to be in settings that foster warmth, respect, and genuine connection. If you leave someone's house feeling worse than when you arrive, feeling small, overlooked, or disconnected, then that's a clear sign their space isn't where you should keep investing your time. Sometimes, it's better to be by yourself, engaged in something fulfilling, than to stay in a situation that saps your energy and leaves you lonely. Your peace and emotional health are as important as any physical activity or external event. Spending time alone or with people who truly value and appreciate your presence is far more rewarding than forcing yourself into places or situations that only make you feel more unseen. Make sure you surround yourself with folks who uplift you and leave you feeling energized and valued rather than those who make you feel isolated, no matter how close they may be. So, what have you gleaned so far? Have you ever visited someone's home and left feeling sapped or unvalued? Guarding your time, energy, and peace as you age is crucial. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one takeaway from this video that you've learned and will start applying in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.